Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you all. Hey, Kathy, you are number one in here tonight. All right. There you go. There you go. God bless. God bless. Good to see you. Number two, Miss Justice. All right. There we go. Much love. Much love, PG and prayers. Hey, girl, much love to you. You know it. God bless. And number three. Hey, Lynn, you are number three in here tonight. All right. There we go. Hey, PG and everyone. Hello, hello to you. Good to see you in here. Absolutely. And who else? Who else do we have in here? Number four. Oh, wow. Riding solo. You're number four. You're number four. Hello, PG and everyone. Much love to you. Good to see you in here. Number four tonight, girlfriend. All right, let's move on down. Hey, Patricia, how you doing tonight, sweetie? She says, hello, PG. Much love to you. God bless. And Stephanie, good to see you. Good to see you, Bridget. How you doing tonight? Jean, how you doing? Good to see everybody coming in here tonight. I'm heading down through here. CJ, there you are, girl. Good to see you. Deputy Sheriff, how you doing? Howdy, everybody. Howdy to you. Good to see you in here. Brownies sound good, but I don't need them. I heard that. April, how you doing? D. Oh, there's my fragile little mind. Good to see you, girl. God bless. Lisa says, hey, y'all. Rhonda, how you doing, sweetie? Patty Ponytail, there you are. Good to see you, girl. God made the donkey talk. Amen. Sure did, right? Sure did. God bless. Hey, good to see you in here. Legendary, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, grieving mama, good to see you in here too, sweetie. Prayers for PG, Summer's Army, prayers and blessings for all the missing children. Love and respect for this channel. Tons of prayers, friendship, hugs, and love from Oklahoma. Hey, girl, God bless. God bless. I so appreciate that. Much love coming back to you. God bless. Hey, riding solo. Parker, how you doing? Second time in here. Hey, we're glad to have you. Welcome to the family. Southern Mama, how you doing tonight? Hey, Granny's house, how you doing? Good gravy. Good to see you. Slim Pickens, right? A Shan would look better. I heard that. Mm-hmm. I think you pronounce that Carmelta. I hope so. He says, hello to you, sweetie. Hey, Robin, good to see you in here, girlfriend. Hey, PG in chat. Hey. Girl, I love the avatar. Absolutely love that avatar. Hey, April. Wow. All right. Hey, girl, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support for the channel. Summer Wells, we love you. Absolutely. God bless. Purple hearts for summer. Amen. Justice for Summer Wells. Absolutely. I hope so. I hope so. I hear through the grapevine that is supposedly possibly coming very soon. So I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Um, have to wait and see. I don't know what they got, but obviously something. Something if they're thinking about, you know, starting to prosecute. That's they got to have something, right? Somebody's talking. Sad thing is, it's probably Candace and Don's own mouths. It's probably their own mouths. Something they slip up and said. Out there talking to all these different people, and maybe it was the one little thing, that law enforcement's been looking for. I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me. All right. It sounds pretty good to me. I can't wait for justice. Justice for Summer Wells, Purple Hearts. Anyway, I want to get started. There's been a lot going on, right? A lot going on with Candace. Like I said, I have no idea who's doing who's being true. Right? But it seems like she's doing quite a few of them right now. She's been with Benny. She's been with Ernie. She's been with White Boy. She's been with Andrew. And this is the weird thing. All of them's giving her money. All of them have been paying her. They've been paying her. White Boy's like, oh, Candace, nobody's helping you. What about the $20 I just sent you for cigarettes? Right? And then Ernie's channel, and she's like, yeah, I got that. Right? $30. I got it. Thanks for the help. I'll be back later. And she leaves. Right? All she's there for is the money. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, right, Bridget, absolutely. And Benny, oh my gosh, he is like so weak, right? He's like so weak. He's over there like, nobody in the chat be talking about Candace. Nobody be talking about Candace. Like, what? What do you mean nobody be talking about Candace? When in God's name did you start supporting someone who actually confided in people their worries about what they're going to be charged with, their worries of why they may still end up in prison? Why would you support that? Why would you sit there and tell people not to talk about that? Absolutely, Jersey Devil. I agree with you, girlfriend, 150%. I couldn't have said it better than myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely not. Not at all. But yeah, and she's turning. Who's turning on who? I'm not, this is hard to really follow because, Candace supposed to be turning on White Boy, but then White Boy's over, in the day chat, turning on Candace. And then they're all turning on White Boy, like the whole bunch over there was turning on White Boy and his wife, right? They're all turning on White Boy and his wife. And Day Day Day's got this one particular person up there running her whole panel, like taking over, um, the whole panel, and really, like, basically, like, I'm going to tell you that Day, I don't think she thinks past the end of her nose. I really don't. And she better wake up. She better wake up, because I'm going to tell you, all these people she's calling friends ain't her friends at all. They are not her friends. They have an agenda. And one particular one's got a real agenda for Day Day. I'm going to tell you that right now. What goes around comes around, Day Day. Right? What goes around comes around. You got one right there just like yourself. Just like yourself. You better remember. Better remember how you was and what you done. Because you about to get it done back to you. Sure are. I've been watching. I'm going to tell you, that crowd over there, they ain't no friends. They ain't no damn friends amongst it. That is all everybody for his own, right? Everybody for themselves. That's what that is. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, it'd be a cold day. It'd be a cold day in Hades before somebody sit there and run their face about my sister like that. If something bad was to happen to Jinkies, like if Jinkies was, like to go to work and didn't make it home, or something happened to her, Day Day's going to be sitting up there saying, "Oh, I wish I wouldn't have let them talk about my sister like that." Too late. Too late. And I'm going to tell you something. Even if nothing does happen to her, life's so short, one day you're going to wish you would have stood up for her instead of doing what you're doing. It's just not right. It's not right. And you got a lot of people, acting like Jinkies is worse than her sister. No, that's not true. I'm here to tell you, out of those two sisters, trust me, Jinkies is the better one. She really is the better one. To be honest, I think she is. Because Jinkies gets hurt real easy. She has a lot of trust issues. But I'm going to tell you, she's way more honest than Day Day. She's more honest. She's more honest about her feelings. Jinkies don't like to, she doesn't like to go along with evilness sinisterness, the way Day Day will and does. And Jinkies is more, she likes to own her feelings. She likes to, be honest about how she feels. And, she don't like hiding everything. But Day Day pushes her. Day Day pushes her to, to act ways she don't want to act, to do what she don't want to do. And, Day Day likes to have control over Jinkies and Jinkies' feelings and actually her life. And it's wrong. And, and when Jinky starts thinking for herself, then Day Day tries to gang up with other people. And then her sister went over there to her channel, and they handed Jinkies her backside, right? They handed her backside right there at Day Day's place, her own sister's place, when Day Day shouldn't have allowed that. I would have said, "Don't you speak to my sister like that. That's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable." But she lets them demons sit up there and have liberties on her channel. Don't ever speak about PG coming on your panel again, Day Day, because when I came up there, I was up there with total respect, kindness, caring, and love. And I didn't do nothing that you didn't give me permission beforehand. she wanted to often say that, you know, PG came up here and took over my panel when Dawn was over here. No, I didn't take over her panel. Matter of fact, she asked me to come over there. She asked me to talk to Dawn. She asked me to take the floor because she didn't know what to say to him. And she said I could ask whatever I wanted to. She invited me there. I didn't take over nothing. I was very damn respectful. I asked her, did she want to talk? I was willing to step back. And I'm going to tell you, as soon as I left, like I told Day Day, as soon as I leave, Don's leaving too. Watch him. Because that's the only reason he was there. And I knew it. And I left. And as soon as I left and he figured out I was gone, he dropped and left too. That's the only reason she wanted me over there. She only wanted me over there to keep Dawn on her panel. You know, she used and abused me. I didn't do anything but respectfully, you know, be kind and come over to help her out. But then again, I let her come up on my panel too, didn't I? And thought she was a friend, to find out she was nothing but a foe way back, like 4 years ago. Right? So there you go. I'm going to tell you, with those kind of friends, you don't need no enemies. That's for sure. But tonight's about Candace. Tonight's about Candace. And Candace seems to be owning all of these mother freakers, right? Candace, man, she being boss. She being boss. She's walking right in, telling them how to think, how to talk, how to walk, give me some money. They're all like, okay, honey, all right. Yeah, right now. Did you get it? Did you get it? Right? She rolling them. She's up there rolling them off the hill. She rolled White Boy's old lady right off the hill. Yeah, and they're groveling. They're looking like Cam and Allie, right? They looking like Cam and Allie. Oh, weldy, woo woo. I don't know why Candace is mad at me. I don't understand. I haven't been nothing but good to Candace. I mean, like I've been 100% for him. I don't understand the problems. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. History repeats itself. You know, obviously these people don't have much education, because if they did, well, they would have been sitting in the history class instead of outside looking at the windows, right? They'd have been inside. History always repeats itself, especially with people like Don and Candace. And you know, evil knows no other way but to repeat itself, like all the time, you know. And it's just a different day, a different fucking group. I mean, the first group, they rolled off the hill, right? They rolled the first group off the hill. That was up there. And, you know, and then here comes, and that was, you know, the first group that was up on the hill was Squatted and a couple other ladies, and really no men at that time. And they got rolled. Candace rolled them, you know, as soon as she couldn't take them to the cleaners anymore. And then here comes Cam and Allie, here comes Benny, and they rolled all of them off the hill. And then, you know, this new group, Daisy and Jinkies and White Boys, and, you know, those people, and now they're being rolled off the hill, right? Because Don and Candace change up people like they change up, you know, their undies, you know, about every year and a half. About every year and a half they change, you know. They probably got caught in some rainwater and, decided that, that was bath enough. They need to change their undies again. Um, you know, yeah, they don't bother to wash the ones they took off. They just throw them aside and figure a year and a half we'll put those back on, you know, throw off the other ones. And we'll just, keep switching out every time we roll people off the heel. But that's what they do. That's what they do up there. And they get a big kick out of doing it. Right? They get a big kick out of doing it. They be calling PG up, ha 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 ha, guess who's being rolled off the heel? I don't know. Right? I don't know. Who is it? Is it Daisy? Boy, will she roll. Right? He might take a few trees with her. I don't know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, those red undies that Don didn't give them to Candace. He kept those for himself. He's been wearing them. He's been wearing them the last year and a half. But I'm gonna tell you, these people ain't ever met. They never met evil like Don and Candace. They know nothing about that type of evilness. It's sad. It's sad that they don't. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand it because they're not evil like that. Don and Candace, they're that special kind of evil. That real ugly ugly kind. And, most people don't, but most people, it's hard to believe it exists. They can't hardly believe that evil exists. So how are they going to look out for it? You got to be smart enough to know. Oh, hell yeah, it exists. Boy, does it exist. And you better be watching. Why you always talking about me? She's up there trying to own Ernie, and I guess she did. She got $30. She got, 30 dirty bucks. And then she's trying to tell somebody, hi, hope you're well, sucking up. F them people. She's talking about white boy and his wife. She's right now, this is where she's talking about white boy and his wife. Right? She's talking about F them. She done with their asses. Yeah. I didn't realize it at the time, but yeah, they've been using me. White boy's been using and abusing me. Yeah, he made a real fool of himself, right? Crying over stupid Candace. Wah. Somebody stick a baby bottle in his mouth, right? Freaking crybaby. How disgusting is that? Wow. I bet you he brushed some of that dirt off of her. He probably brushed some of that dirt off of her and stuck it in a little keepsake box he carries around, because he loves to open it up and get a whiff of that dirty cologne that she wears called, dirty butt cologne. YouTube is evil people are so mean. What? No, evil people are somebody that lies about what happened on June 15th, 2021. Evil people are people who seem to have plotted against their own innocent 5-year-old little daughter after using and abusing and dragging her through hell. Gross neglect, right? Endangerment and everything else. And then, somehow completely makes her disappear, takes her to a swimming hole, prompts her up on milk jugs, tries to act like she's still with us on the way home, meets up with Chad Arnold, and follows him somewhere, obviously for one reason and one reason only, And that was to figure out where to put Summer's online body so it might not ever be found. Right? That's fucking right there. That's not mean. That's evil. That's evil, Candace. And in my opinion, that's exactly what happened. And you know it. And when they go across the road and they start scanning that cemetery and they find a black tote with your daughter, you're going to prison. You're going to freaking prison. You won't need $30 in prison. You won't need $30. Right? You won't even need a damn good lawyer because a damn good lawyer won't get you out of that one. You ain't going to need anything. Anything. Because your ass going to be there for life. Don't come out here and call other people mean when you're evil, right? When you're freaking evil. Sitting around trying to use and abuse people. I can't believe people would even support Don and Candace Wells. I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. I wouldn't give them the sweat off my backside. And that's the truth. I would not give them the sweat off my backside if they were mother freaking thirsty. Hell no. I don't support evilness. I don't support liars. I don't support users and abusers. What I do support is an innocent 5-year-old little girl that had no control over how evil these people was and done to her. That's what I support. And I ain't got time to be watching people who doesn't support her. Yes, I do it, but I do mean now how much money everyone has made on them but me. What? Candace, I'm going to tell you something. You and Don Wells was cleaning up there on that hill. The whole reason Don didn't run and hide and shut everything down the way he wanted to was because you was wanting him to keep all of that money coming in. You told him about the gift cards and the cash apps and the Venmos and the PayPals and all the stuff and all the support coming in. And you was afraid. He wanted to shut it down because he thought you guys were going to end up in prison for what you did. But you was pushing him to stay out and continue to do what he was doing. He told me that. He plainly told me. He said, Sissy, I wanted to shut it all down. I said, why don't you? Candace. I said, what? She's got some money and stuff coming in. I just want to shut it down. That's what he told me. But you didn't want it shut down, Candace. You had all that support coming in, and even now, you're trying to get support off the back of children that you abused for years. Children that don't want to even come back to you. Ask the judge to please don't send them back there. A beautiful little girl completely missing. And how the hell does anybody support two parents who lied like hell, put the focus on everyone else to keep it off themselves, wouldn't even talk about their little girl, won't even talk about their little girl, didn't look for her, Didn't want a reward fund for after they found out they couldn't get it. Didn't ever want the billboards. They wanted the money. These are some sorry son of a bitches right here. And Don Wells just happens to change up his vehicle on the 14th, fire his co-worker to blame everything on when it went down on the 15th. And it did go down on the 15th. Now, do you think that's a coincidence? Because personally, myself, I would say that is premeditation that was carried out against a 5-year-old innocent little girl. They knew they were going to destroy her, and they were preparing. They were preparing to blame someone else when they fired Dudley as the person who did it instead of them. How do you support that kind of fucking evil? How do you support it? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what, we got a lot of evil human beings in this world, right? We just had Charlie Kirk, right? We just had Charlie Kirk, who was a very, very beautiful human being. He stood up. He stood up for everything that's righteous. He stood against all the things that God would stand for. And look what happened to him. And that person up on the roof who did such an evil deed, well, there's people supporting them, right? You're going to always have evil that supports evil. Always. There's a lot of freaking warped minds in this world. And they think it's okay, and they think it's cool to support pure evilness. I'm going to tell you something. They're not going to think it's so cool. They're not going to think it's so cool when the beast and the Antichrist rises up and they're left behind, and they're standing there forced to take that number, whether they want it or not. They're going to take that number, or else, you know, they're going to have to give up their own. They're going to have to be online if they refuse it. And I don't see them cowards refusing it. I don't see them refusing it. And then they're going to get this cool number, 666 to be exact. They're going to get this cool number. And I'm going to tell you, once that's stamped on your ass, you ain't getting in heaven's gate. You ain't getting there. But there's going to be a whole lot of people getting that number, not realizing that the old Antichrist and that beast is looking to devour them, because there's nobody else on the earth to devour at that time. There's nobody else. There's no righteous people to go against or to devour. God done took them all away. The only people they can devour is the one standing before them taking that number. And boy, will they devour them. The ones doing evil, it will have evil done against them. There'll be nobody left to do evil against except the evil people. And I think the beast and the Antichrist are going to be way more powerful than these evil people thinking it's so cute to be evil today. It won't be so cute to be evil then, because you're going to meet up with an evil that's way more sinister and evil than you. And you're going to be the victims. Because there ain't nobody else that can be. Jesus done took them off this earth. So think about that. Think about that, right? Put that in your evil bonnets. You want to talk about rights? How about the right to live? How about Charlie's right to his life? How about his right to live his life however he wanted to? How about Summer's right to live her little life however she wanted to? Want to talk about rights? We can talk about rights. Let's talk about the right for these people to be allowed to live too, without evilness destroying them. How about we talk about that? F them people. I'm over all of them. You can't hurt me anymore. I'm going to tell you something, Candace. Ain't nobody ever hurted you anyway. You won't ever know the pain. You haven't ever felt the pain that you inflicted on your daughter and your 3 sons. You ain't ever felt, I know you haven't ever felt pain like that, because people who feel pain like you inflicted on them don't go around inflicting it on others. When someone knows what that pain feels like, they don't go around inflicting it on anyone else. So that tells me that nobody ever inflicted any pain on your dirty, unbathing backside. Okay? But you sure did inflict it on not just them 4 kids on the hill, but you inflicted it on another child in Arkansas that you were pregnant with, and didn't care about this child at all. You just kept doing what you do, and the baby was born addicted. You didn't care what that baby had to go through. You didn't care what that baby felt withdrawing from all that trash that you put in your system. You didn't care when you were up there in Wisconsin having them babies. One of them can't even live a normal life anymore. Your daughter shuffled through one foster place to another, where she's going to be mentally messed up for the rest of her life over all of that. You haven't ever gave a damn about nobody. You don't care how much pain you put other people through, Candace, because you know what? No one's ever really put you through anything. So shut your face. You're sitting over there getting $30 damn stuck in a cash app, and that's the only reason you're there. You're a user and an abuser. And why these other people are scared to call it out, I don't even know why. They need to find, you know what? Benny Keys needs to find God. He needs to find some real righteousness. He needs to quit being a sissy and start standing up for these victims. If he's out here acting like he's for them, then start being for them. Stop coming out here, feeding people a bunch of bullshit. Right? And I'm disappointed with Ernie. I'm very disappointed with Ernie allowing Candace to come over there and say F all of these people. This freaking #1 suspect in her own daughter's disappearance, he's letting come over there and disrespect all the people who support him and support Summer. That's just bullshit. Well, I've never heard that. You were in the area when Summer came up missing. To what up with that? No, Candace, Ernie wasn't in that area when Summer came up missing. The only one in that area was you and Grandass and Chad Arnold and Fred Hill and Laura. Jody Sue, her son. That's who was in that area when Summer came up missing. And you were at Fred Hill's house meeting up with Chad Arnold for sure. And now that we know, the neighbor said that they didn't ever see Fred coming back in, tells me Fred didn't ever go out. And seeing that Fred says, "Oh, first he's saying we went to the junkyard and to scrap some stuff, and we didn't make it." Then he says, "Oh, we went to the junkyard, we did make it, and afterwards we went to the store to pick up some things we needed, and came back in, and that's when we found out that Summer's missing." And now we know they didn't ever come back because they didn't ever go out. So they had to be down at their house as well when you was down there meeting up with Chad Arnold. So why don't you tell us what's up with that? Why don't you answer some questions, Candace? And quit trying to act like somebody else, put the focus on other people like your old man does every day. Let's put the damn focus on you. Let's get a mirror, Candace. Let's get a mirror and have you and Donnie look in it. Because you were the motherfuckers right there that know what happened to your child. You the two mother freakers that has been sitting there instead of self-reflecting, mother freaking putting it all out on somebody else. Turn that damn mirror around. Take a look in it. And I think you'll find the culprits to what happened June 15, 2021. You won't have to look no farther than in that fucking mirror, right? I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't have gave her $30. I'd have booted her ass. She'd have been out of my chat. She'd have been out of my chat. She would have been blocked. I wouldn't have gave her 2 cents. She ain't worth it. She ain't even worth the salt that goes in her bread. I wouldn't have gave her nothing. She sat there in his face, right, in his chat, in his face, saying, what's up with that? I'm going to make it look like you. I'm going to make you look like you took my daughter. Right? And he gives the bitch $30 for that. Wow. Hey, Ernie, give me some money and I'll come over and say some bad things too. Right? You pay to get abused by 2 number 1 suspects. You pay to get abused by somebody that doesn't even take a bath, that doesn't even wash their britches after they go on a pissy pillow. Really? And I'm going to tell you something seriously wrong here. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there was people at the Christmas tree lighting thing. And they said that they wanted to throw up, that they wanted to literally puke, that the smell coming off of Don and Candace was so rank, so bad, that they wanted to upchuck. They said that they actually was so relieved when they didn't have to hold their hands in that circle because they needed to get air. It was horrifying. And here is Benny wanting to squeeze the pillow. Oh, let me hug it and squeeze it and kiss it and keep it. No, Benny, you ain't having this pillow. I need it. I might not be able to make it home without pottying on myself. But you can come over and squeeze and sniff and kiss it any time you want to. Don't worry, Candace, I'll be back. Right? How sick is that? Like this dude wants that pillow in his trophy case so he can get it out and hug it and squeeze it and sniff it. What the hell's up with that? Somebody tell me. Because I don't understand it. Why don't he just take her britches home? It's got the same smell, right? I heard she hangs them on the line and don't even wash them. She just lets them dry out. Take those home. Wow. I don't understand these people. It's like, they glut for punishment. Me and Donnie are still together. Then why are you lying your ass off and saying you're not? Why are you lying all the time? Why are you going around saying this? Started a new job in North Atlanta, Georgia, right there back in August, trying to say that you're a postal worker, coming out here wanting, if people want to help you, you even had your cash app up, right? If you're together, why are you lying? I knew you were together. Donnie has to travel to work because nobody in Tennessee wants him around them. Nobody in Tennessee wants you guys around them. They don't want nothing to do with you guys. They don't like number one suspects working for them, right? Especially in a missing child's case. Come on. I mean, that ain't rocket scientist. That's common sense. Of course you're together. Who in the hell else would have you? That's what I want to know. I didn't say you did, but other people have said that. Bullshit, Candace. You just said it. You said, you was accusing him of being in the area. What's up with that? Like you took my daughter. What's up with that? Trying to put the focus on him so it doesn't get put on you. You and Don Wells have been playing that fucking game too damn long, and none of us want to listen to it anymore. You know where we're putting our focus, Candace, is straight on you. That's why you don't like Don B, because he knows how to put the focus on you and Donnie and Candace and the real people surrounding this little girl's case. That's why you don't like PG. That's why you don't like a lot of us, because the good people out here are for the victim. And none of us is going to be putting the focus anywhere but on you and Donnie and Candace and you number one suspects surrounding Summer up there inside of Ben Hill Road. We got more brains than that. White boy, I'm going to tell you, Australia, white boy ain't had enough of her. He ain't had enough of her. He likes to smell that pillow too. He likes to squeeze it, hug it, and smell it too. Yeah, absolutely. Happened to Summer. You know. I wish I knew where my daughter is. Bullshit. You know exactly where your daughter is, girlfriend. You know exactly where the hell your daughter is. Don't even go there. That's my opinion. I will keep it. Or was whatever you want to say it. Oh my gosh. What does that matter? Donnie took a shower with the boys, but Summer would take one with me. Um, oh, is that right, Candace? Is that right? Mrs. Freaking, I'm gonna tell you, Cheeto lock, right? Cheeto puffs, right there, right there. Oh, freaking, how they locked their doors up there. That's how they locked their doors up there. You think somebody's going to come up and, they're worried about anybody coming on that hill? Absolutely not, when they got a mother freaking on cheese twisty for a fucking door lock, right? And I'm going to tell you what, I know they're sure in the hell ain't worried when I see this.
Hey, you're all ears. You're all ears.
Exactly.
Okay,
What are
good
you
deal.
going to tell me now?
Okay, so check this out. Just one more question. Has
Cheese puff.
What the fuck? She just ate it. She just ate it. Do you think they're
They're
worried
so
about people
good.
coming in their house? When she eats the lock, she ate the freaking lock. Look. Ain't worried about nobody coming up there. They ain't no damn body want to come up there. They ain't nobody disappeared off of a freaking Ben Hill Road because they ain't nobody in their right mind coming up there. There you go. The people there didn't want to be there, right? The people already there didn't want to be there. But yeah, look at her. Look at her freaking Cheeto lock. Take a look at it. And then this mother freaker sits there
Cheese puff.
and eats it. She ate it. Cheese puff. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she ate the freaking lock. You think they're worried about somebody coming up there when they eat the freaking lock? Hell no. But she wants to sit there, right? She wants to sit there and she wants to say, oh Donnie didn't shower bath with Summer. Well, listen to this, Candace. Just listen to this.
okay? You're all ears. You're all ears.
Exactly.
Okay,
What are
good
you
deal.
going to tell me now?
Okay, so check this out. Just one more question. Has I don't know how to say it. I don't want to offend you, and I don't want to do that because we're friends, and I don't want to do that.
Just fucking say it.
Okay, I'll say it.
Damn.
I've heard, and I don't know if it's a fact or not, that Don, your husband, used to take showers with Summer. Is that true?
No.
Okay. He never took showers
No.
with her or nothing like that. And that's true. That's not
No.
true, right? Okay.
No.
Okay.
He never did.
Did he ever
I
burn?
took showers with Summer.
Look at that lying fucking face. Look at that lying damn face. You don't even take a bath. You don't even take a bath. We know when you were down there, Candace, at the swimming hole with Chris, we saw the water freaking come up and almost touch your foot and you ran from it. I thought you was going to run this poor guy over. You was going right into him because you were scared the water was about to touch you. You got a water freaking phobia. You got some type of water phobia and you do not take baths at all. Like probably ain't had one in 20 years or more. And Don even told on you. He's like, she don't even take baths. She don't take baths. He let everybody know that you mother freaking stank. That you stink. That you have BO. And everybody that's been around you says you have it. Everybody. I have not had one person say that you don't stink. They may not say it to your face, but I'm going to tell you the whispers behind your back. Oh, honey, let me tell you something. They are filling up. They are filling up the world. You can hear them loud and clear. Yeah, she stank. She don't take a bath. She's afraid of soap and water. She don't even wash dishes.
You took showers with Summer. Okay. Did you know that Don told Molly Golightly that he did take showers with Summer?
No, I did not know that.
There's a video recording of it, of him saying he did.
I didn't know that.
Hold on a second. Can someone, can anyone get a video recording of that? If that did happen and did take place? Like I said, I don't know much about the case. If that did take place.
And look at her. Look at her. She's like, you mother freaker. You mother freaker. You're about to play this video. You know, she ain't upset about Dawn. She's upset about Ernie calling her out and about to show she's nothing but a liar. Right? Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question, Candace. If that did take place and you see a video of him saying that, how are you going to feel?
I'm going to flip the fuck out, man. I'm going to flip the fuck out for real.
So if you hear a video of him saying, yeah, I took showers with Summer.
I'm going to fucking go off. I'm going to, somebody better have bail money.
Somebody better have bail money. Did you see how she act like that's just a fucking joke? Look at this evil bitch. Really? You're going to support her? Look at her. Look at old mush mouth. Freaking old mush mouth right there. Look at her. And then she thinks it's a damn joke. She thinks it's a cute fucking joke.
I'm going to fucking go off. I'm going to, somebody better have bail money.
The only thing you ever went off on, Candace, was your freaking little kids. That's the only thing you've ever went off on. Is those little kids up there. Made you feel all powerful. Made you feel powerful to be controlling and abusing and destroying little girls and little boys. Because you didn't have enough ass to control anything else. You're a freaking joke.
Well, you can't get to him, obviously. Now, come on. You can't get to him. Now, let me ask you a question with this. If that is true, are you going to call him at jail on his little machine there? What would you say to him? What would you say to him?
No, I'm going to wait until he calls me tomorrow, and then I'm going to unleash something that has never been unleashed before.
Really?
Yeah, because that is unacceptable.
Unacceptable? Bitch, you're right there at the house all the time. Your ass don't work. You're at that house 24/7. If this man is in there bathing with your daughter, your ass knows it. Where the hell would you be when he's bathing with your daughter? Because you ain't got no place to go. You have no place to go. And then you're going to be sitting there like, you know, you're off working or you're off doing something productive and you're not there to manage everything going on at your household. Bullshit. Your ass was there. You were physically freaking there during it all. Really? And while you're talking to Ernie, let's remind you, Candace, while you're talking to Ernie, let's just stop for a minute and remind you while you're talking to Ernie right there, Candace. I have another thing for you, Candace, right here. Because when you're talking to Ernie, you already know that this right here went down as well, right? Because you got a new Subaru. You got a new Subaru to drop charges. You got a new Subaru not to protect your daughter, Summer. Now, Jose was trying to protect her. But you had Candace take him and get him the hell out of there so Don could continue doing what Don does, right? So Don could continue to use and abuse and do what he does best to little girls. Right, Candace? So I'm going to let you listen to it. This is when Jose said, you get her out of the shower with him or I will, Candace. Here is her towel. Get her out or I will. That's what this whole 911 call is about. It's not about anything other than Jose trying to protect Summer from Don Wells in the shower. It's about nothing but Don Wells trying to go at a 4-year-old little girl that he felt he had the right to freaking violate any way he wanted to, anytime he wanted to, and Candace was okay with that. Right? And this 911 call proves it. This ain't my opinion. This is the damn truth. Because we're hearing it right now. We are hearing it right now. We don't hear Candace crying for help. We hear a 4-year-old abused little girl. Mama, help me. What, baby? Help me. He's coming at me. He's trying to get me. Help me. Oh no, she don't put that phone down and help her little girl. She doesn't have her little girl in her arms protecting her. She don't care about her little girl. She just cares about making a show on the 911 call for Jose against Donald. She right now is trying to get Don took to jail so Jose can lay around with her a little bit longer without Don being there. Her and Candace wasn't done with Jose. They weren't done laying around with this man. They wanted Donnie to get took to jail so they could lay around a little bit more. She didn't care about what was going down with Summer. She was thinking this 911 call was all about her and not her baby. She wasn't protecting this little girl. If she was protecting her, she wouldn't be in the background screaming, help me. But she didn't help her. And then listen to what this little girl, this beautiful little 5-year-old missing child, listen to what she says after this. Help me, somebody. Man, that's heartbreaking as hell. That is as heartbreaking, honey, as it can get. This little girl started hollering for anyone. Please, whoever you are on the phone, listen to me. Please listen to me. Help me. Hear my plea. Get somebody up here to help me. Take me to a hospital. See what's going on with me. Somebody, anybody. Just please get me out of here. But nobody did. That 911 operator fucking wasn't doing her job, listening to the background, getting Child Protective Services up there to see what the hell's going on and ask the right questions to get the right answers. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Because our children in this world are not heard. They are not heard. Don and Candace did not get convicted because the courts don't want to hear our children testify and tell the truth. Don't they have just as much rights as adults? Don't they have just as much rights to get justice against people who violate them as adults do? But they're held back from it. And evil adults are getting away with abusing them and not having to pay the price for doing the evil that they do. And this child has to live his whole life asking, where was the law? Where was the law? Where was justice? They let me get so abused and nobody cared. These people were free to just keep doing what they were doing, and nobody paid the price except me. I paid the price. Right? Those children paid the price. And they won't understand that. They want to know where their rights are. They want to know why that these evil people ain't being punished for the evil they did against them. Where is justice? Children grow up not believing there's any justice because they ain't ever heard, and no one ever gets in trouble for destroying them. It's bullshit, and our laws need to be changed. Children should be allowed to have a voice. He done something to Summer. Can you come and arrest him? And when they got there, nobody even asked about Summer because Domwell and Candace did what they do best. They put the focus on a freaking powder gun that they knew wasn't going to get them in any trouble. They put the focus on something else that they knew wasn't going to matter in the courtroom. And if law enforcement would have kept their sights on what mattered and demanded to see this little girl and demanded that they talk to Jose off from these people and demanded to take this child with the caseworker to the hospital because this is the victim and the victim's underage and it has to be took to a hospital in order to make sure that, that it isn't hurt in any way. And they'd have done their damn job. Well, Don Wells would have been in prison and Summer probably wouldn't, be missing right now. But nobody does their job. No one does their job. These officers went up there and they let the focus get taken off of the real situation and put onto some bullshit. But there you go, Candace. Stop your fucking lying. You knew Donnie was bathing with Summer long before Ernie talked to you about it. And why people support your lying ass, I don't know. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't give you the sweat off my ass. Wouldn't give you nothing. You don't deserve a damn thing but three hots and a fucking cot. And I wouldn't even give you that if the state didn't require it. They didn't even check, Stephanie. They didn't even check. Candace stayed in the house. Candace stayed inside the house with the kids, and Don, Candace, and Jose took it all outside. When the cops pulled up, Don was out by his damn truck. Jose and Candace was outside as well. They took it outside, and the cops they didn't ask about Summer. They didn't check on Summer. They didn't even care about Summer because the focus had already gotten put on Don. Don done put the focus on a freaking fake ass pow that he had in his vehicle that he knew wouldn't get him in any trouble. It was as legal as the day is long. And he put the focus on that, and he put the focus on Jose, some man up at his house, and a bunch of bullshit, as if it was, and got the focus off the real reason the 911 call was made. And then Candace took Jose and got him the hell out of there so they could keep doing what they do up there, right? Essaying children. And that's it. And that's it. Candace got a brand new vehicle to drop the charges. So Don didn't go to prison for doing what he was doing to this little girl. And it continued. And how do we know it continued? Because True came out and said that she seen Don in the shower with this little girl, and not just in the shower, but also taking her downstairs to the bedroom in birthday suits. That came out of True's mouth, not mine. Allison's daughter said that. Said she witnessed it. She saw it. She knew Donnie was weird. And Jody Sue witnessed it. She knew it too. Many witnesses to this abuse. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you think that's bad, if you think that is bad, well,
You said you had.
Where did I say that?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Number one, I don't lie, bitch. You can get that through your.
I don't.
Right
I
now.
mean, everybody lies.
No, I don't lie. I don't lie, motherfucker.
I'm not sure why Candace thinks it's so funny. I can play it for you if you want to hear it.
Because my boss called me, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look, Josh.
Okay.
You can cough or you can suck a dick or whatever you want to do.
All right.
Whatever the fuck it is you do, you little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But my boss called me the other day. I am. Yes.
Okay.
Richard.
Oh.
He called me. I said that I sold somebody a tape, right? I sold some motherfucker a tape for $5,000 that showed him how to sex with my daughter, right? And then I sold, and he was crying. This motherfucker was actually crying. This motherfucker is like a big shot of this community. Like, oh, holy fuck! And he was crying. He says, "But they're calling me a child molester," and I'm like. I started laughing.
there you go. There you go. There you go. I'm going to tell you something. Really, you want to support sick mother freakers that say this kind of stuff about their own little girl, their own missing child? Does this not tell you why this little girl ended up missing? Does this not tell you why they had to destroy her? Does this not tell you why she was propped up on milk jugs that day and taken somewhere and buried away, hoping to never be found by Candace and Don Wells? Does this not tell you that these people were doing some evil things and something terrible happened to this little girl to the point they had to destroy her to keep their asses from going to prison. Don started driving a different vehicle, fired his co-worker to blame it on, and the next day, Summer is on milk jugs looking unalived. Candace is meeting up with Chad Arnold, following him out of Ben Hill Road. And then she comes back and stages and gaslights her sons and stages like this little girl has been abducted. She's able to tell law enforcement, along with Don Wells, that they know for sure she did not walk away. Well, if you know for sure she did not walk away, then you know for sure what the fuck happened. That's what you know. And they know. And that right there tells us they know. That's not in my opinion. That's the truth. And they sit there and feel and laugh and snigger and giggle as if they've gotten away with something. And you know, as long as people support them, as long as people, you know, do what they're doing, well, you know, when you support Don and Candace, you become a turncoat to Summer. Because Don and Candace let people know a long time ago, we don't support Summer. And if you do, you can't be supporting us. Take your damn pick. These evil motherfuckers feel that they can tell people that they have to choose between them and the little girl. And you got a lot of sick bastards choosing them instead of the little girl, the real victim in all of this. And it is sickening to watch. It is absolutely sickening to watch. And I'm going to tell you, there is a God. I don't care if people believe or they don't believe. Not believing doesn't make it true. They're going to find out that there is a God. People who don't believe in God, I'm going to tell you something about people who don't believe in God. The reason they don't believe in God is because they don't want to do what's righteous. They don't want to serve nobody but themselves. They want to all the pride and the glory and everything for them, because, you know, they don't want to share it with anyone else. And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm going to tell you what, they're going to find out there is a God. An almighty one. And I'm going to tell you what, trust and believe. Trust and believe God's going to tell them exactly what I'm telling you now. You are what you support. You are what you support. You support evil, you are evil. And God is watching. So, you know, for all those people supporting Don and Candace, remember God's watching you. Because God knows who needs the real support in all of this. Don and Candace is still here. Summer Moon Utah Wells is gone. She's missing. She's the one. She's the one that everyone's supposed to be supporting. All the righteous folks would. All the righteous people, that's who they do support is Summer. Not these evil beings right here. Not these lying evil beings that has sit there. How in the hell can you sit there and support two people who just said what they said about their own little girl? What they said right there was they allowed this grown man to come in and violate their 4 or 5-year-old daughter Well, they video recorded it. And then later sold that recording.
Whatever the fuck it is you do, you little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But my boss called me the other day. Man. Yes.
Okay.
Richard.
Oh.
He called me. I said that I sold somebody a tape. Right. I sold some motherfucker a tape for $5,000 that showed him how to sex with my daughter. Right. And with my daughter, right? A tape for $5,000 that showed him how to sex with my daughter, right?
Wow. You really can support that? Really, white boy? You and your wife can support that? You're crying over that? What the hell is wrong with you? What is mentally wrong with you? Really, Benny? You're supporting that? Ernie? You're supporting that?
And then that's the and he was crying. This motherfucker was actually crying. This motherfucker is like a big shot of this community. Like, holy fuck! And he was crying. He said, "But they're calling me a child molester," and I'm like, I started laughing.
They are freaking scum. They are scum of the earth. Nothing but two scum buckets. I'm not going to say in my opinion because that's the truth. You don't get no more evil than that. You don't get no more evil than what they've already gotten. I am sure there's a special place in hell for people like that. And I'm going to tell you, old Donnie ain't getting no younger, right? He ain't getting no younger. Yeah.
They're charging us with this and that of our kids. Hi, Tony Macaroni. How would you feel? I want you to ask yourself that. How would you feel about the situation?
No, the older son is not Grace's. No, the older son is not back with the Wells. The older son could have been emancipated and go wherever he wanted to, but he chose to stay where he is and try to find himself a forever family. If he cannot find a forever family like his brothers have found, he will stay where he's at until he ages out, and then he will go on his own. He will find work. Basically, counselors and everyone, they'll help him, they'll They'll help him transgress from, you know, his childhood into adulthood. They'll help him, you know, get a job and a place and everything. And they'll set him up and he'll take it from there and become, you know, a productive adult in society. But he has chosen not to go back to the wells ever. And they know it. They know it.
What would you have did? I know it's public, Ryan. I know it's public. It wasn't back then. It did end up getting circulated on YouTube streets. Not by me, but it did. But, I mean, how would you all feel if somebody looked at you and said, they're accusing us of molesting our kids and beating them?
Did you hear that? This is what Candace told. This is what Candace told people in secret.
But, I mean, how would you all feel if somebody looked at you and said, they're accusing us of molesting our kids?
There you go. There you go. It wasn't just neglect, gross neglect, abuse, and endangerment. They had proof of SA on those children. They had proof that these children had been SA'd. It wasn't just Summer. They were the boys too. The boys too, you guys. They were up there doing weird, sick things to the boys as well, according to Jinkies and what Candace had told her. That's disgusting. And people are supporting this. They're supporting these two evil mother freakers that stuck 4 children through that type of hell. Really? I closed my case right there. I closed my case. You guys heard out of the horse's mouths. Not PG. I didn't say none of this. It came out of their own mouths. This came out of Dawn and Candace's own mouth through 911 calls, through a call to the lab. This all came out of their own mouths. Every bit of it. So the next time you want to go on somebody's panel, Candace, and you want to act like a bitch-ass liar, remember that the truth is out here. The truth is already out here. Stop lying. Stop lying. Just stop it. Stop it.
He said he had to take showers with her because Candace wouldn't or didn't, and that is the biggest line of BS I've ever heard. He did it because he wanted to, is what they're saying. It's okay, Candace. You're not in trouble, Candace. You're the victim. I told you that at the beginning. I've told you that. But it's up to you to unleash that, what you know. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay.
Why'd you put on that
Unleash
big
what you know, Candace. Do it for your daughter.
Why'd you put on that
You
big
know, when your little
effing act?
girl and your boys, they go out and they play all day, and then they get mixed up with candy. She got candy on herself.
Yeah.
They got the shit all over their face and in their hair.
Yeah.
Well, I have to take a shower every night because I work in drywall. So I'm like, fuck, get your little punk asses in here. And we'd all rinse off together real quick. Mom would be waiting there with the towel. I'd throw them out one at a time. And Mom would dry them off and dress them. So, I don't want my little girl with freaking candy all over.
Did you notice that he act like he was throwing out the boys? Did you hear him say, everybody get in here? And he would, and he would put the kids out of the shower to mom. Right? No. But then you heard the truth. He says, he didn't say, I don't want my kids going to bed sticky. He said, I don't want my little girl. I don't want my little girl. Because the little girl's the only one he was showering with. Even the boys wouldn't bath. They were afraid to bath. The boys were afraid to bath. Why? Why were the boys afraid to bath? They were afraid of the shower. Sounds to me like they already been victimized there. That's my opinion. But I'm going to tell you what. Candace didn't say that just Donald was being looked at. She said both of them had SA charges. Both of them. Those boys had made accusations that Don and Candace both was SAing them. That both of them were using and abusing these little children. The boys and this little girl, and other children as well, as Jody Sue said. Other children as well. And the call with the boss, well, that just lets us know that they were letting other people come in and abuse these children as well. And how the hell do you support that? How the hell could anyone on the face of this earth support that kind of evilness? I'm going to tell you now, if God don't support it, if God Almighty don't support it, I don't support it either. My beliefs align with God Almighty. And I ain't afraid to say it. My religion and beliefs align with the Holy Bible, God's words. My beliefs align with God Himself. I do not believe in evilness and wickedness. I know it exists, but I want nothing to do with it. And I don't think that it should be tolerated in this world by none of us. None of us should uphold that shit. And if you are upholding it, then you are evil as well. Can't say you're not evil if you're supporting evil. Just the way it is. Don't fool your damn self, white boy. Benny. Don't fool your evil selves. Don't think you're okay with God supporting Candace and Don Wells. You're supposed to be calling their evilness out. Not silencing it. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't understand it. Yeah, I think so too, Don B. I think so too. I really do. Them poor kids, them poor children. God be with those boys. God be with them, and may God bless them and help them to overcome the tragedies that they went through. I pray to God that those boys understand one day that all this evilness had nothing to do with them. They were victims, just like their little sister. They were victims. Nothing was their fault. All the blame, all the evil blame belongs to Don and Candace. All of it, everything rests on their evil freaking shoulders. This was all about Don and Candace. It had not, and their self-gain had nothing to do with these boys. And I hope them boys don't let them steal another second of their life. I hope they don't dwell on the past. I hope they don't. I hope they don't let that heel ever be another thought in their minds. I hope they see it as a bad nightmare and move on to the future and live the best life they could ever live. Happy, loving, and kind. I hope that they break the cycle of that evilness. I hope when they have families, I pray that when they have families, that they treat their children the way they wished they would have been treated. I hope they are the parents that they wanted instead of the ones they had. In the name of Jesus, amen. Those boys deserve better than this. Everyone deserves better than this. Hey, AK, I appreciate it. Super sticker. All right. God bless. I appreciate it. Hey, another super sticker. All right. PG's little girl. I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting the channel. PG's little girl told me she's been trying to come on panel. So if you want to come up, girlfriend, I'm going to send you the link. If you want to come up and hang out for a few minutes before PG heads out of here, please do. Anyone that wants, open panel here every night. Anyone that wants to come up, hang out, and just, talk about this case or talk about how your days went or whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk, come right up and talk. God bless y'all. All right, girlfriend, I'm bringing you up. How you doing, girl?
Doing good, Mama. How are you, honey? Sorry for
I'm
interrupting.
doing good. Hey, I appreciate you reaching out to me with the kind words and caring and everything, and so many of you
Always.
did. So many of you in this chat have reached out to me through Facebook and you don't know how much it meant to me to see how many people are truly, truly care. They have love,
Right.
kindness, and caring in their hearts, and it's really touching. It's really touching, and I appreciated
Well,
each and
you
every
deserve the
last one of
world.
you. Hey,
You
girl, I'm
deserve
gonna
the
tell
world,
you,
Mama.
I I had a really bad week, and it just meant so much to me to have so many people, reaching out, and they, a lot of them just, it's like, PG, I'm praying for you, and some, PG, are you okay? We care about you,
Right?
girl. And
We do.
it, it was, it touched my heart. It touched my heart, and I'm going to tell you, I thank God for each and every last one of you.
Well, we thank you for Summer's Army not giving up on her, and for the other missing kids. We stand behind you 100%. And yeah, to all you haters, yeah, sorry, I am really PG's kid. And no, you're never going to find us. I hate to tell you that. So sorry about y'all's luck.
Right?
Sorry. Hit me up all you want because you ain't going to get nothing from me. That's all I can tell them.
Right?
You know what your son-in-law said? You might get the
What?
crabs if you touch it.
Right?
That
That
was so
is
funny.
funny.
God love him. I told him what was going on. It's not right. We have a right to hide our identity and who we are because you don't know what drama's coming out of it. You don't know who's going to come to your house, stalk you, try to kill you. You
Hey,
don't
I'm going to
know.
tell you, look at, look what happened to Charlie. Look what happened to him.
Yes.
I mean, he had, he had every right to live, every right to live however he wanted to, say and do and whatever he wanted. Evil people do and say and
Yes.
all the things they want. But you know what? When righteous people step up and speak up, oh no, no, that's a sin. That's got to go. And
It's
I'm going
not
to
a
tell you,
sin.
pure evilness is out to destroy righteousness. And I'm going to tell
Yes.
you, it's time. It's time. I think God was showing. I think God was showing all of us through Charlie's death. I think God was showing all of us that it's time to stand up. It's time to stop letting this evil overtake the righteous. It's time for the righteous to stand up and start putting this evil in its place.
Yes.
If you do not overcome it, it will overcome you.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you about Charlie. I'll tell you about Charlie. They might have took Charlie out, but Charlie had an army of us.
Yes,
He
he
had a
did.
big army, baby. And we're going to start standing up. You know what? They didn't put no fear in us. What they did is they put courage in us.
Stand our ground.
Amen. And I'm going to tell you something. We ain't backing down. You can stand us up at the gates of hell, and we won't back down now.
Nope.
I think the righteous people are tired. We're tired of the bullshit. We're tired of standing around and letting these people just act however they want to. It's
It's
not
not right
right.
how they act. Nope.
That's right. Either they can start being nice. They can either start being nice and respecting us the way that they want to be respected, or they'll get no respect either. But I'm
That's
going to
right.
tell you something.
No.
God don't want his children. God didn't make us to run and hide. God made us to stand up
Nope.
and be strong. Jesus told you,
Right.
don't you worry. Don't you worry about this body, because they can't hurt the spirit. You better be worrying
Amen.
about God's will, not anybody else's. And you better trust in God. You better trust in him.
Yep, we're in Revelation right now, so they better watch. It's coming. The rafters are coming worse.
Cowards cannot get into heaven. It plainly says, If you're a coward, if you're too afraid to stand up for God and his son, Jesus Christ, and pure righteousness, if you're too much of a coward to live the right way, do the right thing, and stand up for it, well, don't even think you're getting into heaven, because you're
You ain't
not.
gonna get there. Nope. That's what I was telling your son-in-law. I said,
That's the problem,
it's. Go ahead.
right?
Sorry.
That's the problem with the world today, girl. People are
Yep.
cowards. They're all cowards.
Yep.
You know, they've locked these people in their homes and peeking out windows, and they've turned everybody into cowards. The evil
Yep.
people, the evil people have got the righteous people right where they want them, or at least they think they do. It's up to you
They
to show
think.
them they don't. It's up to the righteous people to sling those doors open and say, "Oh hell no, you ain't."
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now. Only the brave's going to be marching through the gates of heaven. Only the brave. God be with us. God be with us.
Well, it's just like I told your son-in-law, it scares me because, and I'm blessed that he helps anybody and everybody. I don't care if they're rich, poor, whatever.
That's
And
right.
I understand why he does it, because he says God might be knocking on your door one day, and guess what? You don't open that door, you're going to be in hell for it, because it could be God coming knocking at that door.
I'm going to tell you. You don't know when you're going to be entertaining an angel. You don't know when you're going to be entertaining Jesus himself. And I'll tell
Right.
you, they said, Lord, Lord, when did we feed you? When did we dress you? When did we be kind to you? He said, when you fed the widows and the fatherless, when you helped them, you helped me. When you healed the sick and helped them, you helped me. When you went and visited the prisoners and led them on the righteous path, you helped me.
Amen.
Everything good you do in this life, you do it in the name of Jesus Christ. You may not, you may not understand. You may not understand how much recognition you're getting, but you are definitely getting recognition from the person who means the most. The one who holds your destiny in their hand, and that's Jesus himself. Deny me and I will deny you to my Father.
Yep.
Boy,
Like he
that'd be a
comes home
sad
hungry.
day. It'd be a sad
Right.
day to be denied, wouldn't it?
It would. He'll come home hungry, like tonight, after he gets
And
done
when you,
working. He comes
right?
home hungry, and I didn't ask him no questions, and I knew he gave to somebody else today and went without until he got home.
Amen. God bless him. God bless him. Your
And I
husband,
used to ask him, "Why did you do that? Why?" Now I know. Now I know.
you should hug him. You should hug
Oh, I
him.
do. I'm just blessed to have your son-in-law.
Absolutely. And I'm blessed you got him.
That's right.
Right? I couldn't ask for a better one. I couldn't ask for a better one.
I said, I'm gonna have to go back and watch a replay because I missed a bunch of it. I was on the phone. I'm like, no, no, but there was a reason for it. So
I'm gonna tell you, I tell you, if these people don't realize it, but I'm gonna tell you what it says when those people are in Hades, they're going to be there is going to be gashing of teeth, gashing of their teeth. Their tongue's going to be stuck to the roof of their mouths. They're going to want it one drop of water, just one
they're
drop
not
of
gonna get
water,
it.
and they ain't gonna get it.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you what. When you hear about people dying for 2, 3, 5, 15, 30 minutes, and they tell you about come back and they tell you how they went to hell and all the horrible stuff they seen, and they
Right.
tell you about the people screaming, go back, you don't want to be here, go back. That should be enough to scare you into being righteous It should
Right.
scare you enough to want to stand up for righteousness and walk the righteous path the rest of your days.
Yep.
Hell is
We was
hot.
just
It is
discussing.
for eternity. And it
Very,
says that
very.
when all the bad people are hurtled into Hades and the doors are shut, they are forgotten and remembered no more.
That's right.
That is final. That is final destiny. That life down there with them demons torturing you every single day, was it worth being evil here? This
Hell
this
no.
life is just a vapor. It's like a vapor. Man, it
Right.
comes and it goes. But eternity is forever. And that's the only reason you're here, is to prove to God that you deserve that white robe and to live with him
That's right.
forever. And I'm going to tell you something. All of this materialistic shit don't mean nothing.
Nope.
Don't
It's
mean nothing.
replaceable.
When Jesus said, leave your stuff behind and follow me, man, I would have dropped it all and been on his coattail.
Yes.
I'd have been
Been right
right
on his heel.
behind him. If the Lord comes today, if the Lord came today and put his hand out, I'm gone. There ain't nothing in this life I want. I don't even care about this
Right.
place. It says if you love your life, you will lose it. You will lose it.
And it is
The
true.
only ones that ain't gonna lose their life are the ones that don't like it. And I do not like it here. I haven't ever liked it here. This is not
It's
my
evil.
home. This is not my home, girl. I am just passing through. Just passing through. And while I just try to do what I think is righteous in the sight of God. I try to always stay
Right.
on the right side.
That's just like I told your son-in-law. We was talking about stuff that was going on with you and this, that, and he explained a lot of it to me, and I'm like, but it's not fair. And like he said, it's not fair. I don't put my real name out here. I'm not gonna put my real address out there. I can be who I want to be, and if you really know me, you know me. I'm not fake, but I'm really here. You know what I mean? And it's scary. He's like, there's people out here that threatens you every day, every day. You walk out
Right?
that door, they're threatening you. He's like, and you do got to keep your identity hid so your family's not harassed. This is not done. Who cares who is who? As long as you're honest and you're faithful, who cares?
I'm going to tell you something. God don't see the the outside of a human. God doesn't
No.
see your name. He doesn't care, what your name is. What God cares about is, are you doing righteous in the sight of him? Are you keeping
Right.
his 10 commandments? Are you fighting for the righteous cause in this world?
Right.
That's all God cares about, girl. That's all he cares
Yes.
about. And that's all I care about. I don't look at the outside of humans. I don't focus on who's who. What I focus on is who is good people and who ain't.
That's right.
I try to affiliate myself with all good people, the ones who truly love God, and I try to stay away from the rest.
The
My
evilness.
favorite Psalms is Psalms 1. That's my favorite Psalms. I know a lot of people like Psalms 23. It's a good Psalms
Right.
too. But my favorite is Psalms 1. I love Psalms 1. It always
Right.
reminds me it always reminds me who to stay away from. And I love
And
that.
that's how it should be. Yes, and that's how it should be. And you get
Well,
that feeling it's time to book when you get that
it's
feeling.
it's the one Psalms. It's the one Psalms that we need the most today in today's world. We need Psalms 1 the most. We need to be reminded every day to stay away from that evilness.
Right.
To not let it in our midst and don't go in its. We need to be reminded
Amen.
every day not to be casting our pearls before swines. Don't give anything holy to the dogs. Don't cast your pearls before swines. They'll trample it and then they'll turn and come back at you.
Right.
And that's what happened to Charlie. Charlie was sitting around and Charlie was trying to change these people. You know,
He was a vessel of God.
he meant no bad to no one. He just wanted to see everybody in heaven, and he was hoping his words would sink in.
Got out.
You would think he wanted to make people think. He wanted you to think. Use your own brain. He was hoping what he said, you know, wouldn't stay on your mind with hatred, but would stay on your mind as in thinking about it and then making a change. He wanted
Right.
to help people. He didn't want to make them angry or ugly or mean. He just wanted to make them righteous and, you know, and to live the best kind of life that's worth living. And, you know, and he got the same thing that every Christian gets, that, you know, that speaks up and stands up and does what's right in the sight of God.
Right.
Even Jesus got hung on the cross.
Yep. Did they catch the guy that did it? I never finished reading
Yes,
the news or watching
yes,
it.
absolutely.
Good. Good.
The dad, the dad seen him, and the dad knew him as soon as he saw him. And when he came home, his dad told him what he had done. And he confessed to his dad, yes, it's him, and he did do it. And his dad actually went into another room, called law enforcement, and then came back and holded him down until law enforcement got there. They didn't take him to the police station. His dad held him down until law enforcement got there and took him to jail.
Good.
Yes, he did. His dad did what was righteous in the sight of God. He knew his son was evil, and he wasn't going to tolerate it. He didn't raise that boy like that, and he was not going to tolerate it.
Good.
And, you know, and a lot of parents don't. And I'm going to tell you,
Parents don't do that.
most of the time, when a parent wants nothing to do with their child, you better go in the other direction, because when parents don't want anything to do with their child ain't worth having anything to do with.
Right.
The only reason parents will not have something to do with their child is if their child is evil. That's it. So if they ain't having nothing to do with their kid, you better not have nothing to do with that kid as well.
Nope. It could have been his dad. If his dad was preaching about something, could have been his sister or whoever.
Right. You know,
And that'd be scary.
it was a great loss. I watched that guy all the time. I watched him all the time. I thought he was amazing. You know, and they said, you know, he was always wrong before, and now he's dead wrong. You know, they're making fun. The evil people were making fun. And I'm going to tell you something. No, he was always right. He was always right in the sight. He might have been wrong in the sight of evilness, but he was righteous in the sight of God, and that's all that mattered. And that's something evil will not ever understand until they're in Hades, where they belong and can't get out.
Right.
And then they'll start crying, Lord, 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 and the doors will shut. Should have been why you had an opportunity. should have been hollering that instead of being evil.
Yep.
Just the way it
I
is.
came in at the last. Yes. I came in at the last minute, heard you talking about the Wells boys. Like, what did I miss? Sorry for interrupting.
I guess the boys had told Child Protective Services and law enforcement, they must have told them that Don and Candace had been SAing them.
Right.
Because Candace confided into Jinkies that's what they were charged with as well. They were charged with let me play it for you.
Okay.
Because
Sorry, everybody.
Jinkies can tell you better than PG.
Right. Now, are they still friends? Is she still okay with this?
What?
Is she still okay with this,
No,
Jinkies? Good.
no,
Good.
no. Jinkies backed away. Jinkies backed off from Candace after that and didn't want, she's like, I can't support that.
Good. She
Day
opened
Day
her eyes.
is. Day Day, it's Day Day actually, she don't care what people do to children. She wasn't ever out here
We
for the
don't.
children to begin with. She was just out here for the money. But
Yep.
Jinky's got a conscience. She's got a conscience.
Yes.
Thank God for
Good.
that.
Then
Sorry for
it did
interrupting.
end
Thank
up getting
you.
circulated on YouTube streets. Not by me, but it did. But I mean, how would you all feel if somebody looked at you and said, they're accusing us of molesting our kids and beating them?
There you go.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you she feels really small now. And they're probably giving her a hard time over it now, Jinkies.
I'm going to tell you something. Jinky shouldn't feel small. She should feel proud and big. She should
Yes,
feel
for walking
good.
away.
She should feel good standing up for pure righteousness. She should feel good knowing that she doesn't tolerate that kind of evilness around her.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, she has a kid.
she should feel very good about herself for,
Good.
for distancing herself away from that trash.
Good job.
She should feel very proud of herself being a bigger and better person than her sister is, because her sister's
Yes.
still supporting it. Evil's trying to make her, all that evil's trying to attack her, all that evil's trying to make her feel like, like she did wrong, but she didn't. She didn't.
No,
she
she
didn't do wrong in the sight of God, and she didn't do wrong in the sight of everyone, all of God's children out here that are
Good.
super proud of her, that
Yes.
that she had the courage and the strength, and all the things it took to bring that out and back away from these evil people, who did it.
Right.
So God bless her.
Yes. She's always been respectful to me. I haven't had no bad words out of her. I would hide in the bushes and say, hey, Jinkies. And she always said, hey, Colt 45, and sing my song. I've never had trouble out of her, ever. I just don't like it when they talk bad about you or discredit you when you were speaking the truth.
That could, that's probably true. That's probably true, Abigail Rose. It's probably, I hope not, but, I hope not, but it's very possible. It's very possible. It's very possible.
Right.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that I'm just one of those people that want to see everybody in heaven. I want to see the good in all humans. I always search for the good. I don't look for the bad in people. I look for the good in them. Sometimes I can't find any. Sometimes I can't find any, like the Wells. I can't find none. Wished I could, but I couldn't. And it saddens me. It saddens me when I can't find no good in some people. But
Right.
I still pray they're going
Sorry.
to be in heaven, girl. I still pray
Right.
that somehow
Yes.
God lets it, God turns it around. You know,
Yep.
I want everybody to be in heaven. I don't want to see nobody in hell. I hate
No,
to
because
say
they're gonna
it,
burn.
but I know who I am. I know who I am. And I know that, if the rapture came tomorrow and I'm going up and I see, and I see people on the face of this earth, whether I know them or I don't, not being taken up, I know I'm going to cry for them. I know that
Yes.
it's going to hurt me. I know I'm going to be shedding tears because I want to see everybody go up, even if I don't know you. It's going to break my heart to see you left behind. I'm going to want to take you too. I can't, but I would want to.
Right.
And that's sad. And if, and if I ever got a chance to look down into hell, you know, if, like the poor man did with the rich man, I ever got an opportunity to look down into hell, I'd want to give them water. I would want to give them
Yes.
water. They might not want to give me none, but I sure would want to give them some. And that's what separates the good people from the bad.
Yep.
That's how God lets us know that we're really good people because our
That's right.
hearts tell us we are. Our hearts tell us we are by how we feel. God be with us. That's all I could say is God be with us.
That's right. That's why with my curtains in my bathroom, my shower curtains, it's got the poems and stuff on them, and it just makes me feel at peace because I can see into my bathroom from my bedroom,
Oh yeah, I
and it makes
seen
me
that
feel at
set. It is
ease.
so beautiful. I
Yes, and I
saw that
love it.
set. It has all the biblical sayings, and it's
Yes.
really pretty, really pretty. If I remember right,
You
it's like
are.
a white and gold, ain't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that absolutely, and I thought about getting that set. I think I might have. I think I may have gotten it for my son. I think I might have got it for my son's bathroom.
Yep,
Um,
it's peaceful.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I'm having a bad day. Just read it and walk away. Leave it in God's
But
hands.
right, right. But yeah, I did see that. I did. And I love the shower curtains more than I do the glass doors. I like the shower
Yes.
curtains better than the glass doors. I don't know what it is. I you know I think that you just don't feel so enclosed. Like the glass
Yeah.
doors make you
You're
feel
smothering.
trapped.
Yep.
Yeah, like you're enclosed too much. Um, and and they get rusty and stuff like that. Where the shower curtains, you can
You throw them away
toss
when they get
them,
mold on them.
right? You can
Yep.
toss them out and always be getting, always buying new ones. And they got such pretty ones. They got like the Christmas ones and Easter ones and Fourth of July
They
ones.
got them all. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
And you can always get a different theme, right?
Yes. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt. I love you, Mama. Prayers
Hey
to you and the
girl.
family. If you need me, I'm a phone call away, and we'll jump down and listen to panel and pray for everybody in panel down here. You all need something, I'm always here. And prayers to everybody.
Hey girl, I appreciate you coming up. I really do.
You're
I
welcome, hon.
left her. I was so upset. I was so upset last night. Um, over the week that I've had and then
Right.
Ziggy and everything that I actually left my poor little PG down in the down in backstage. She was backstage a couple of times, I guess, and I didn't even notice. And I told her,
Yeah.
I said, she said she got off tonight, and I said, well, you know, um, I'm going to call her up when she comes. When she shows up, I'm calling her up here because I felt so bad. I felt so bad, not bringing you
It's
up.
okay.
And
It
I
was
always,
about you, and we deserve it.
hey
You
girl,
deserve the best. You do.
and it was about pure evilness. It was about
Yeah.
pure evilness, to be attacking innocent human beings when they're not me. And what really bothered me and still does bother me is the fact that she stalked and exploited like over 100 children that belonged to his
Yes.
family. She was showing all of these little kids, and why? I mean,
Right.
you do not have to show all of them children to pull somebody's picture up and say, "Hey, I think this is." If she was really, I feel this way about the whole situation. If Ziggy was really just trying to say someone was me, and that's what she was really
Right.
after. She could have cropped those particular pictures that she felt was me. And the
And
one
just showed it as you.
the one she wanted, and she could have brought them up on her panel without showing anybody's children or anything like that. There was no sense. Just like right here, I'm showing you guys. Dawn and Candace right here, right? This is a picture
Right.
of two number one suspects and their own daughter's disappearance. Now I'm going to tell you, Ziggy could have brought that lady's picture up, the adult pictures up, just like this, and she didn't have to show. Do you see me showing Candace, the boys, or do you see me showing any children and
No.
other people's names and pictures and kids? Do you see me doing any of that over here in order to
No.
show you a picture of anybody that I wanted to know? Because I put it
Nope.
into content. I put it into content just like Ziggy can, and I bring it up and then talk. Okay? She did not have to do what she did, showing all of those children. And you know what? That really bothers me because there's a white van that all Fred talks about, all Jody Sue talked about was this white van showing up. Fred said showing up at Andy's work with young kids in it for sale. Jody Sue said this van shows up on, Ben Hill Road with little girls and stuff for sale. And
Right.
and Stiggy just so happens to pick some woman right there in the vicinity of Don and Candace Wells, home area. She just so
Right. How
happens to
weird.
pick, right. She just so happens to pick very poor family with a lot of children, that don't get a lot of attention when one of their children go missing.
Right.
It kind of sounds to me, I mean, this is my opinion, but it kind of sounds to me like she was trying to use me to exploit and stalk a bunch of
A bunch
children
of kids.
from this
Yes.
family, right? From this particular family. That's what it
Yes.
sounds like to me. And Fred was all in it. And matter of fact, I was watching went back to, watch some of the video. And, um, because a lot of the information I get,
Right.
comes from very liable people, very liable people. But I like to double check
You
it.
keep them hush hush. Yeah.
Right. I just like to double check it to make sure. And, you know, that there was no exaggeration or anything like that. And, you know, and some of the people who send me stuff, um, I ain't trying to call Molly out. I'm not trying to call Molly out, but some of
I
the
sent it to
people,
you.
Some of the people exaggerate a little, right?
Right. Right.
You know, I love Molly. I love her with everything I got. She
We got to
is
put her in a
is
basement.
so funny. She is like so dang funny. But anyway, I always, I go try to, confirm because
Right.
I don't like to say stuff and be wrong. So I like to
Right.
confirm. And I was watching a little bit of it, and I see Fred come, and I guess he was in the chat trying to tell people to, that my favorite thing is to ask people to put a one in the chat, and so forth and so on. And
Right.
so he said, if this woman's got big ears, put a one in the chat, wanting to make fun
Oh.
of this innocent woman who is not even me, but they're making fun of the size of her ears. I'm not going to lie. I kept wondering if it was White Boy's sister. All right. I mean, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, you guys. I do got a sense of humor. I do got a sense of humor. It probably, I should probably try to work on that. But, I do find some things, hilarious. And,
Right.
but anyway, yeah, she did. I gotta agree. Her ears were big. I don't know who she was, but she had very big ears. But you know what? They say that people with big ears like that aren't stingy. They say people with
That's
real
right.
little ears. Have you ever heard that? People with little ears are
Yep.
stingy, and
Yep.
big eared people ain't. I don't know if that's true or that ain't true. But anyhow, um, I seen it, and but he was, he was right there, partaking in all of this evilness. He was partaking in it.
Yes.
And, and I clipped it. Him making fun of this woman's ears, telling Ziggy to tell everybody to put a one in if she's got big old ears. And so that I can give it to the family. So I can give it to the family, when they turn it into law enforcement and, and send them out to talk to Ziggy and Fred about what the hell's going on there. And,
Right.
and I also, believe that they're going to, call Fred's
Probation.
probation officer as well. Yeah, there's like a lot of people tomorrow going to be contacting Fred's
Yeah.
probation officer about all of this
Well, look where
because,
she sent me trying to get
it's too weird.
information.
It's just
You
too
know.
weird.
Right. She sends me stuff. Don't ask me who she is because I'm not going to tell you who she is. How about that? Not going to
Right.
tell.
Yeah. I mean, you're proof that they was even reaching out to people that these people don't even know. They're just their random Facebook friends. They're reaching out to just
Yep.
the random Facebook friends of these people and harassing them
Right.
as well.
Yep.
And, and Ziggy even sat there and said, I've reached out to other family members in this family and they said that this woman supposedly was really mean and evil. And here this woman is. I do not know who this woman is. That is the God's honest truth. God knows I'm telling the
I don't
truth
know her.
right now. But I'm going to tell you something. She talks
Ask me. I
about
don't
how
know
this
her.
woman was supposed to be so evil, like one of her family members said she's so evil. But this woman, the picture, she's holding a little girl. She's got a little girl with her arms wrapped around. She didn't look bad to me. She didn't look evil
Right.
to me. That little girl was in her arms, and that little girl acted like she loved that woman with everything she had. And that woman looked like she loved that child.
Yes.
And hey, they wasn't nothing evil about that. Absolutely nothing. Matter of
No.
fact, I don't think Ziggy's ever
It
showed
was
a
evil showing
picture.
all them kids.
I don't think Ziggy's ever showed one picture of her holding her daughter like that, nor her daughter holding her. So Ziggy
Uh-uh.
don't need to talk about folks. Don't talk about your better. I don't know who these people are,
That's right.
but I tell you what, if I was them, I'd be getting a restraining order against Ziggy and Fred Hill. I would be contacting law enforcement. I would be contacting his probation officer. I'd be contacting a lawyer this time, because this is like the second or third time that Ziggy has attacked this particular family. And hopefully they,
Yep. I put
hopefully
all my
they
stuff
do
on private so
something.
they can't see shit.
Hopefully they do something before something bad happens.
Right.
I mean, they better bring awareness. If I was them, I would bring awareness to law enforcement in case that white van shows up trying to do something evil. That's what I would do.
Heck, if that lady's kids could come up missing. Yeah.
Exactly. And if law enforcement, I'm calling in to law enforcement tomorrow. And I'm calling in
Right.
to talk to law enforcement. And I'm also going to make a phone call to Fred's probation officer.
Right.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell them
Did
that.
you find out about Candace? Right. Sorry for interrupting. Did you find out about Candace too, about getting a hold of them and seeing if she was allowed to search for her daughter? Yay, nay.
They laughed. Not only the person on the phone chuckled, but somebody was in the background and chuckled as well.
Yeah. I know when I would call, I get put on hold, Pruitt, put on hold, Pruitt, put on hold. Like,
They said the last time, they said that absolutely not that they're aware of. That's what they said. Absolutely not that they're aware of. And, and laughed. Last time they checked, she was free to search anywhere she wanted to. Matter of fact, they would suspect that she would be, seeing that it's her daughter. Doesn't most parents of a missing child go looking for them? Kind of strange. Kind of strange. Kind of strange she isn't. And it's even stranger, she's trying to use law enforcement as an excuse not to.
She's afraid she's going to get led right where she did with Summer.
Right.
Her and Chad.
But I had to laugh. I mean, the person I was talking to was funny, but you ever see those people with the contagious laugh? The one in the background, had this laugh that made me laugh, Yeah.
Right.
But I understand why they were laughing. I understand, because that shit's laughable.
Yes.
That kind of lie right there is just laughable, right? They couldn't
they
believe
didn't stop Brandy, so they're not going to stop her.
They couldn't believe that we was believing it. Right? I told them we weren't. We were just, we were just wanting to know, we just wanting to confirm.
We're curious.
We already know. We just want to confirm
we're very curious.
Right. And no, they weren't stopping nobody.
Right. And then, I have a lot of respect for Ernie's channel. So they let her back up there. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're playing a game, or somebody knows something?
Well, matter of fact, girl, as in the searching, we must remember that Don Wells, when he went up on Ben Hill Road, when he got there June 15, 2021, and went and met up with law enforcement, he told them he was going to go looking somewhere else, and they did not stop him. He was free to do what the hell he wanted to, and so was Candace and Candace, as well. And that right there shows that nobody was stopping them from doing a damn thing that they wanted to do.
Right. And let him go out and buy drugs and
But
this and that and go try to find his daughter in a hotel. Come on.
yeah, you know what? He told them he was going to go check at some illegal substance abuse house. And all he did was go park his vehicle all the way at the end of Ben Hill Road. I think so they don't search it. And hung out with Fred.
Right.
Hung out with Fred all night. He would walk down to the house and then go back to Fred's. You know, go when he got curious, he'd go down and you know, spy on them and then run back to Fred's. And that's what he did the whole damn night until they left. And Candace hid inside the house, peeking out, talking to all of her little girlfriends, not crying, not anything. I'm going to tell you what, the normal mother, they know what the heck happened to Summer. They know what happened to her, because I'll tell you why. A normal mother that can't find her child like that, she ain't going to be on no phone with her friends. She's going to be sitting somewhere. They probably would have to take a normal mother. A normal mother would be in an emergency room. She'd be in an emergency room because she couldn't do anything but freaking curl up in a ball and cry and cry and cry because she wants her baby, and she wants her baby now, and she wants her baby found, and she would be a fucking mess. She would be a mess.
Yes.
There is no way in hell
I would have a heart
you're
attack
going
in
to
bed.
be, right? You're not going to be in no house talking to your fucking girlfriends like nothing happened. Who in the hell does that?
Drinking R&R.
Oh my God. You absolutely second to none. I'm going to tell you something. You know, mothers act a lot of mothers are different. You got strong moms, You know, as for myself, I couldn't ball up. I would have to be out there. I would be like tie rope to my ass. I'm going out here because my little girl would need me. My little girl would need me to hear, you know, to hear my voice. I would be afraid that she would be scared to answer for, you know, for strange voices. I would be
Anybody
afraid
else?
that, I would think she might hide or something, not knowing, you know, be scared of these people coming and looking. I would want to be there. I would want to holler for her. I would want to tell her, hey, it's mommy, you know, you can come out, honey. Where are
You're
you?
safe.
I want my daughter to hear my voice because I know she will come to me. And I don't care. Hold my hand, put a rope on my ass. I don't care what you need to do. I got to go out here. I at least got to try to find my daughter. And you know what? If I perish doing it, let me perish. But I need to find my child if it's truly missing. And Candace was not doing that, but Brandy was. Brandy was doing that.
Brandy was there. Yep.
Yes, she was.
Every
God
breath that
bless
woman
her.
took, she
God
was right
bless
there.
her. I'm going to tell you, she's the true definition of a real mom with a missing child. The true definition right there.
Amen.
You know, but there's some mothers that just, you know, can't handle stuff like, you know, like other mothers do. And there's some mothers that, you know, they would have slid down a wall. And, you know, and needed some medical attention, you know, and I perfectly understand that. If I seen a mom slide down a wall and need medical attention because her child's missing, let me tell you something. God bless that woman. God bless her. She loves her child. She just, you know, she just ain't as strong as other people, but at least she cares. At least she's having normal reactions, right? She's acting normal. Don and Candace did not act normal at all. They did not care. I'm going to tell you but God have mercy. Look what they was doing to these babies. Look what they was doing to them. Hey, girl, where'd you go? I missed you. She took off. Oh, okay. Drop in the basement, eat the rest of my brownies. I demand you come back up here so I can boot you. I know that you went down, ate the brownies. Oh, yeah. See? Told y'all. Look. Yeah, Mom. She's eating the brownies. Oh, she's going to apologize. There ain't no more. There ain't no more now. Shit. Leave me up here all by myself so you could steal the last couple of brownies PG's got. Oh, shit. Now she back. Now she back. She back after they all gone. Okay, I'll bring you back, girl.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
she's
hit
my
the button. I
brownie.
was laughing about something and I went bam and hit.
Yeah, she's laughing
I'm
because she's
ready
gonna
for you to
fall in the
boot me
basement
now.
and
I
eat the
love you.
last brownie. Hey,
I
girl,
was
I love
laughing and I'm
you.
like, bam, and I hit the button. I'm like, what did I do? I
Right?
love you, Mama. I'll be back down in down in the room.
Yeah, you
Love
be
you all.
you must have left some
Love
crumbs.
you all. Prayers.
Hey, I love you too.
I did.
And
Don't tell.
tell my son-in-law I love
Love
him
you.
as well. And keeping you all in my prayers,
I
girl.
will.
Keeping you all in my prayers. God bless.
I will. Love you, Mama. Love you, Mama. Now boot
Always,
me.
always, girl. Anyway, um, PG's gonna head out of here. I'm gonna head out of here. I'm just right now. I'm just sad. I'm sad because she really dropped down to get the crumbs. I'm not even gonna get them now. And I'm sad. I'm sad the brownies, even the crumbs are gone. Yeah. I'm gonna be sliding down the wall crying now. Right? PG's gonna be sliding down the wall crying. I need my brownies. Can't live without those things. Right? I depend on those. All right. She said it hurts. It does. It hurts to know you just ate my last brownies and went back for the crumbs. All right, girl. You know I love you. All right. Listen, you guys, keep those prayers going up for Summer, Moon, Utah Wells. Keep them going up from our lips to God's ears. I know He's listening. I know He's listening. And let us pray. Let us pray that somehow, some way, Summer gets found. Let us pray that somehow, some way, that cemetery gets looked into, that they find this little girl, they bring her home, and we get justice and closure in all of this. I tell you, we might not be able to do it, but I know God can. I know God can. I'm going to tell you, this past week has been really hard, but I'm going to tell you what, I seen God. I seen God. When I tell you I seen God, I saw Him. Trust and believe me, I saw God. So please keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up. God is real. And God does work miracles. Oh, does He work miracles? May God be with us all. Keep the prayers going up in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' holy name. Amen. Keep them going up for the rest of these missing children. Michael Vaughn, Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lily, little Emmanuel. Keep them going up for all these kids. Keep them going up for Charlie's family, the Idaho Spores family. Keep Brandy in your prayers. And keep one another in your prayers as well. Pray for one another. Family that prays together stays together. God's had us here for 4 years. And we do pray. And we do pray. And I do believe that's why we are such a strong family here. It's because we do pray for one another. So keep them prayers going up, you guys. And God bless each and every last one of you that are here for this beautiful little girl and other missing children, and here for one another as well. God bless you. Good night, everybody. Much love.